Well, you know what happened. You know why I'm making this face. But that's a little further ahead in this video. We'll get to it eventually. First off, the overall show itself. Honestly, I think a bigger improvement from last year's. Honestly, last year was just weird. I think that was the one with Ellen and the pizza and the selfies and the God knows what else. That year was just incredibly awkward the entire way through. This one, a lot smoother. There's some people who looked bored. Lady Gaga's performance was a little over the top, but when is it not? But just overall, decent. Give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't actually grade this on a number scale, but that's what I would give it if I did. So, yeah. I guess now we're going to do my comparisons here compared to my list and what actually happened. So, for writing original screenplay, I predicted that Spotlight would win, and I wanted it to win, and it did win. Hooray! That's great. I saw the Spirit Awards yesterday, which would be Saturday. I'm definitely not releasing this on the day I film it. But I saw it. I saw that thing, and I have to say I enjoyed it. It was a lot more diverse than this show, although this show called attention to itself a little more, like to the point where it was almost obnoxious. So I'm guessing there's definitely going to be a kickback next year with it. Yeah, Spirit Awards was fine, but it really does make you appreciate the amount of quality and attention to detail that goes into making this show, for better or for worse. And Spotlight, the reason I brought it up is because Spotlight brought home a lot of stuff in that too. So, cool. Oh, yeah. So for the next one, writing adapted screenplay, I wanted Brooklyn to win, but I predicted The Big Short would do it, and I was right. Yeah. So I'm 2 for 2 now. I'm doing pretty well. So for visual effects, I was predicting Star Wars would do it, but I wanted Mad Max to win. And to my surprise, Ex Machina got it, which, good. It did have good visual effects. So that's great. I don't mind that at all, and yeah, I wasn't expecting it either, so it's pretty cool. So then we have sound mixing. Now, I still don't think I explained the difference between sound mixing and sound editing correctly. Sound mixing is like the sounds that were made, like, I don't know, like Foleys and stuff, like how specifically those sounds were made to fit stuff. Sound editing is where they go. I don't know. I'm still not doing it right. But anyway, I predicted Bridge of Spies would win, but I actually wanted Mad Max Fury Road to win. And in that one, they actually agreed with my choice instead, and Mad Max Fury Road won! Hooray! I'm all for Mad Max Fury Road winning anything it can. And next one, sound editing, is the same story. I predicted Sicario would actually win, wanted Mad Max to win, and Mad Max actually won. Hooray. Alright. So, then we're going on to a short film live action. I was predicting Day 1 would do it, but I wanted Everything Will Be Okay, Alles Weird Gut to do it. Instead it was Stutterer, and yeah, didn't see that coming. Not a bad choice, no. Definitely well made. As I said, it does pass by the frustration of not being able to speak clearly pretty well. So, yeah, I'm definitely not at all disappointed with that choice at all. I think it's fine, definitely. For short film, this one took me by surprise. Of course, I wanted World of Tomorrow to win, but it's not the most popular. I was expecting Sanjay's Super Team, because, you know, Disney, Pixar, they always win. But here's where I show my green side. Apparently, I guess Disney films don't always win for short animated, just for feature animated. So instead it went to Bear Story, which, awesome. I like Bear Story. At least it's not Prologue. Bear Story was nice. It looked nice. I don't mind. It's cool. So, moving on, we got to production design. I was predicting the Danish Girl would win, but I wanted Mad Max Fury Road to win, and deja vu, Mad Max Fury Road won! Hooray! Like, every time this happened, I was always like, not the Revenant, not the Revenant, go Mad Max, go Mad Max! And then, Mad Max, hooray! Except for one that happened, but, oh, Mad Max wasn't even in that category. What am I talking about? Well, this next one's a little disappointing to me. Music original song. And it's sad because I actually predicted it right. I mean, Writings on the Wall won, and I said it would. I predicted that. I really didn't want it to, though. I mean, especially since they played 3 of them. They played Earned It, Till It Happens to You, and Writings on the Wall, and, like, Till It Happens to You has an incredible message to it, and, like, really powerful, and, of course, Manta Ray is fucking amazing. Manta Ray not only didn't get played, it also didn't win. And instead it went to the James Bond one that sounds like every other James Bond theme song ever. Ugh, it's annoying. For original score, I predicted The Hateful Eight would win, and I also wanted it to win, and it did win. That's great. And I was definitely reminded when they were playing, like, samples from it. Like, they tried their best to do a sample from everything that was on the nominated list, to try and give the audience a better idea of what was happening. And for Bridge of Spies and Carol, like, it just really elevated the fact that those are just so bland. Their scores. Like, they were dunking deep into that well to try and find them, I guess. But yeah, Hateful Eight won. That's good. Makeup and hairstyling, this was hands down. I knew I was going to be right on this one. Mad Max won. I wanted it to win. And I knew it would win. So there we go. Great combination. Foreign language film, thankfully I was wrong on who would actually win. I thought A War would win, but nope. Got Son of Saul, like I thought should win. It's great. Son of Saul was definitely the best. I don't know, should I go off on this tangent now? You know, every year, the thing that usually puts me off of the Oscar hype is, somebody is basically interviewing somebody who actually votes on this thing and showing how ignorant they are of everything. Especially in the animated category, because that pisses me off. Usually they judge it based on how much their kid likes it, which is ridiculous. But, this one, like, I knew it was probably going to be a better year than most, because the worst thing about him was that he hadn't seen Mad Max Fury Road. And that is bad. Like, that's 8, 10 different categories that you shouldn't really be voting on, because he hadn't seen Mad Max Fury Road. But, I don't know. Probably just because of how much he really seemed to dislike The Revenant and wanted desperately to go against Leo and stuff. Seemed better than before, and, yeah, and I remember, like, reading his thing on the foreign language film, and he saw all of those. Like, he was all for Son of Saul and against A War, which is my thoughts exactly. Because, I don't know, A War, like he said in his thing, like, it's not particularly spectacular. So I was like, eh, if that's, like, the common person voting on that, that's a decent year. So for film editing, I predicted Star Wars would do it. God, was I wrong on that? Mad Max, of course, and it's the one I wanted to win. It won everything. Documentary short subject. Let's see. I was wrong on both cases for... wait. No, the one I thought should win, won. The one I thought was going to win did not. It's funny, like, you see all these categories and you have no idea how they're going to turn out. Like, you don't know who the winner is actually going to be until... Yeah. I'm sure as this goes on, I'll get a little better at predicting, and maybe this will be a bit more on point. But for now, I'm just gonna have to work with what I got. Oh yeah, documentary feature. Now this was surprising. This was just like downright okay. Because I predicted Winter on Fire would probably win. And to be honest, I was close with The Look of Silence, or the one I actually want to win, Cartel Land. And instead it went to Amy, which is probably the least impressive of the five. It's confusing, just because Amy Winehouse is popular now? I don't know. That's an oddball to me. I don't understand the reasoning behind this one. The rest of them, like, Winter on Fire is about, like the revolution. It's about an oppressive government regime. Like, this is all real world stuff, too. And The Look of Silence is about, like, the most horrific things that ever happened. Well, not ever happened, but, like, that happened on this place. And Cartel Land, it's, like, similar stuff. Even what happened to Miss Simone, like, she was an influential figure of her time. But Amy Winehouse... okay, it's sad, but... really? Yeah. Not a huge fan. Directing... of course I wanted to go to Mad Max, but... No, it's had to go to Alejandro Inarritu. It's not that big a deal, though. Alejandro is a great director. Yeah, not the biggest tragedy of the night, in my opinion. So instead, let's just move on to costume design. Immediately after I put out the video, I regretted saying Cinderella would actually win. What am I thinking? Cinderella's terrible. Nobody would vote for that. And I was wrong. And I was also wrong on the Danish girl winning. Instead, it went to Mad Max Fury Road, which, if I'm honest, why didn't I go for that? Weird. I don't know, I guess I wasn't kissing up to Mad Max enough that, when I made the list. Cinematography, I was hoping it would go to Mad Max, but I predicted The Revenant would get it, and The Revenant got it! Sadly. Oh well, it's good cinematography. It's long takes, everyone loves those, even when they're not super necessary. Alright, moving on to animated feature film. Well, this one was no contest. Of course, Inside Out won. Like, that... come on. No, like, there was no, like, oh, maybe Anomalisa might win, even though it's my opinion, I find it a superior film. No, of course Inside Out's going to win. And it is a good movie. No, don't get me wrong. But, like... even in a year where all we get is, like, I don't know, Brave, it's like, the stuff wins. So it's not that big a surprise. Alright, we're in the final rounds here. Let's see, I predicted Kate Winslet would get it. But I wanted Rooney Mara to get it, and instead, Alicia Vikander got it. Which... alright. That is my entire spiel. Alright. That's cool. Nothing more to say. This wasn't like one I was super passionate about. Now we're on to actor in a supporting role. Oh no, Sylvester Stallone got snubbed. Anyway, I predicted that Christian Bale would win, and that Tom Hardy should. Instead it went to Mark Rylance, which, hey, great performance. And hey, Red Letter Media predicted that he would win, so... yeah, I guess I have a lot to learn on that. But yeah, not a bad choice at all. No problem with that. Actress in a leading role. I predicted Brie Larson would win, and I was right. And but I was still kind of holding out for Saoirse Ronan. Apparently, her name is pronounced differently than I would expect. I was still holding out for it when she came up, but man, Brie Larson is still a solid choice. I'm going to skip actor in a leading role for now and move on to who won Best Picture. Wow. Yeah, they complete surprise. I predicted The Revenant would probably get it, or at least Mad Max Fury Road, but instead it went to Spotlight. Now bear in mind, like, the main reason I didn't do Spotlight is because I thought it had no chance in hell, and, well, honestly, I like Mad Max Fury Road better, but, damn, it won. It did it. That was great. I did not expect that, and that's pretty cool. Definitely, it has a great message to it about a long-term investigative journalism, and just, yeah, don't stay silent about stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. No avoiding it now. I wanted Bryan Cranston to win, but deep down I knew that wasn't going to happen. Hoping Michael Fassbender would actually take it up, but even in that video is more of a plea than anything else. No. This year, somehow, Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio caught the attention of everyone in the voting audience more than anybody else in this category. He managed to snag the 1 year where he wasn't up against a Michael Keaton or absolutely anyone, and got his long-awaited Oscar. Even though it was for a role that could have literally been done by anybody. And when you are playing a role that could be played by Louis C.K. or frickin' Tommy Wiseau with the same level of immersion, that's pretty bad. And I actually cracked up laughing when this category is introduced as people playing multi-dimensional characters. When they said that, like, I just cracked up laughing at that idea. Leo's character was so one-dimensional, like, not even funny. Like a cartoon character level of one-dimensional. In fact, many of the cartoon characters in the animated list are more dimensional than Leo. But there is an upside to this. All those memes about him trying to get the Oscar that he so deserves are over. They're gone. There's going to be maybe a week of, like, follow-up memes celebrating his victory, and then he's gone. If all goes well, he'll just fade into obscurity, never to be talked of again. Like Natalie Portman. Do you know what Natalie Portman's doing nowadays? I don't. And I hope to God that I will feel the same way about Leo in the future. Until the next one like him comes along, character actors that somehow manage to capture the attention of everyone undeservedly. Yeah, so much for my epic brave rants, huh? But overall, the show in and of itself was decent. I can't say anything super harsh about it. Just personally disagreeing with some of the choices. With this one being the most disagreed on. As always, next year. At least Southpaw didn't get nominated for anything. Yeah.